Do it. You can do it!
Okay.
Ahí está. Grábalo, ¿eh? Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Action. Hey, do you spit on this?
This is the vehicle. It's a 07 Peterbilt that the cylinder head came from. Our problem was that the AC compressor kept shutting down, and the customer brought it in and they had a hot wire here rigged up to activate the compressor because the compressor wouldn't turn on automatically. Well, one of our technicians, Javier, came in and noticed that there was carbon up in the reservoir, and then that's when the guy had told us, the customer told us that, oh yeah, well, it's spitting a lot of water out. Well, the codes were reading differently from the on position when the motor was running and the off position when the motor was off. There weren't any codes, and it said low coolant level. Well, there's plenty of coolant in there. So after we verified that the bubbles were blowing into the coolant reservoir and puking all the radiator coolant out, then it became obvious that there were some bigger problems. Back on, and we'll do a little more in-depth analysis on it, but essentially what happened was you had a cracked cylinder head blowing bubbles into the radiator coolant reservoir, and that was sending signals to the ECM, which shut down the AC compressor and non-essential systems, and then turned around and kept the coolant fan, the cooling fan, going. Okay, so here we have a CAT C-15 cylinder head. It's got some serious problems. Come a little closer, and you can see the crack right there, and right here, and one more right, and we can see that right there. So our head gasket's in good shape. Back over there. Come closer. Closer there. There's not anything really wrong with any of the channels, bolt holes. Stay there. All that stuff's in good shape. The fire rings all the way across. So the problem was we got a head with
A piston and a sleeve.
You get a piston and a sleeve as well?
Yeah.
That's good, man. So tell us that story about the 3/8 impact wrench on this little deal you're doing here.
When I was 13, I was putting some injectors and I got a 3/8 impact. And tried to tighten them and I broke the shit out of them.
Yeah.
That whooped my ass.
Your dad whooped his ass, man. He didn't sit down for a week.
Yeah, I couldn't sit down.
Did your dad say, I love you more than you know? I'm going to beat your ass?
Yeah.
What we got going, Javier?
We're talking jack brakes and actuators.
Jake brakes and actuators. Those like the O-rings in your muffler?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Looks like the silicone in the boobies.